I think it certainly helps if you're in a market that free agents want to go to, if you have opportunity from a financial standpoint to pay good free agents. But certainly as coaches and as former players, I want to see roster expansion. I want to see us be able to really have the opportunity to develop young players and young talent. There are a lot of players who have potential to play in our league that just don't have opportunity because there's not enough spots. And because when you're holding an 11, 12 man roster, you got to have players who can impact right away. We've seen it from an injury standpoint. We've had to go the hardship route a number of times. If you have more roster spots than they're in.
For Team USA, everything changed just a moment ago. Fans are in disbelief. The locker room is trembling. The same question is being posed by the basketball community. Was it true that Caitlin Clark left Team USA? Did Sue Bird genuinely offer an apology? We dissect the rumors, tension, silence, politics, favoritism, and the startling new claims that suggest Team USA's alleged UConn mafia may have finally gone too far. At this point, Caitlin Clark declared, "Enough is enough." Click like now before we get started because what you're going to hear will change everything. Insiders claim that there was tension in the air from the beginning of training camp. The world's most watched and adored athlete, Caitlin Clark, entered a meeting full of celebrities, veterans, and legends who had already chosen how things should be conducted. And that was the beginning of it. The so-called silent competition, the chilly shoulders, and the bench drama. Painfully clear, but neither loud nor forceful. It was palpable. According to insiders, it's a change in mood. It is blatantly disrespectful, according to fans. It is referred to as politics by reporters. One thing is certain, though, Caitlin Clark sensed it right away. Was it a tactic? Was it partiality? Was it selfishness? We are unsure.
On it because Sue Bird was kind of like a new generation type thing. It kind of centralized the process. There was a lot of shady means last year with just multiple people involved. Everyone throwing up their hands saying it wasn't them. And now with Sue Bird there, you got a square person that's running things. Like on the men's side, you got Grant Hill. Prior to that, you had Jerry Colangelo. And in this situation with Gino Auriemma, Sue Bird, is the UConn mafia about to try to move Caitlin Clark out the way for Paige Bueckers at the point guard position, at least?
However, insiders have been murmuring about this for months. A few Team USA decision-makers favored maintaining the previous order. Paige Bueckers was desired by some to be the next face. The pressure from the media that Caitlin brought was disliked by some. She became too well-known too quickly, according to some. Additionally, you could feel the atmosphere change each time Caitlin Clark touched a basketball. Why? Since she represents the future. The ratings are her. She is the source of income. The cultural moment is her. Additionally, other folks were simply unprepared for it. One of the best players of all time, Sue Bird, reportedly had reservations. Not about Caitlin's skill, but more about the pressure she faced from the media. Bird stated that athletes require time, space, and protection from unreasonable expectations in a recent interview. Fans, however, heard it differently. They've heard that Caitlin's hype is problematic. The story broke out all of a sudden. Sue Bird is not interested in Caitlin. Sue Bird is preventing her from moving forward.
All the time. The players. You never address the things that these players have done to contribute to any negativity around the league. You never do that. It took Nafisa Collier getting taken out for the remainder of the postseason for you guys to finally say something about the refs. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? The players are the ones who had Caitlin Clark as the most flagrantly fouled player in the league. That was the players. Don't make that about fans. The organization, there's been organizations such as the Indiana Fever who lied and hid injuries about Caitlin Clark the whole time, all while using her to sell tickets and saying she's game to game and day to day for months at a time.
The veterans are opposing CC. Perhaps there was a misunderstanding. Perhaps it was the culmination of anxiety. However, whatever it was, it started a fire that the employees were unable to put out. A rumor caught on like wildfire. In a media area, Stephanie White allegedly informed someone that Team USA members were debating taking Caitlyn out of important rotations. Was it accurate? The internet heard it and went crazy, but no one verified it. The fans were incensed. The players were perplexed. Staff members were questioned by reporters. Team USA remained mute, which made it clear to everyone that something was seriously off. The unimaginable follows. After one last filming session, CC was supposedly criticized for stuff she didn't really perform, according to several anonymous sources. At last, Caitlyn lost her temper in a professional manner rather than an angry or dramatic one. According to reports, she declared, "If this is how I'm valued, then I'm done." The space went cold. A few gazed at the ground. Some were unaware of her feelings of contempt. Sources claim that several were relieved that someone had finally stated it. Caitlyn Clark left. The employees became terrified. Veterans became aware that they had gone too far. And that's when it took place.
Y'all wasn't paying attention then, but now the young white girl comes along and y'all want to sit up there and shower all of this praise and all of this attention that was earned before she ever came along. The resentment is understandable, but it's not about Caitlyn Clark. It's about what she represents. My point is, grow up. Who cares? If you're Magic and Bird, that didn't stop Jordan from coming along and doing what he did.
And as far as I was concerned, I was just glad to know eventually I wasn't the only girl playing basketball and balling, and playing at a high level. But it's been a blessing just to watch the women grow and watch the women find their voices, use their platforms, and finally get paid.
Right.
That's been, if anything, the flowers for me is to see their achievements now.
You recently coached the WNBA All-Star game. You spent some time with Caitlyn Clark.
Best coaching job ever.
Best coaching job
Best
ever.
coaching job ever.
Being around Caitlyn Clark, how was the experience with her? She's such a big star. I mean, the sky's the limit for her. To be around her.
The maximum amount of time she can spend with her. According to late-night sources, Sue Bird reached out in private because she truly respects Caitlyn Clark and thinks the sport needs her, not because she was wrong or guilty. It was a straightforward message. You were deserving of better. And everything altered as a result. Because everyone in the basketball world pays attention when someone like Sue Bird acknowledges your difficulty. Fans experienced a sense of validation at last. The younger players felt acknowledged. At last, the veterans began to realize that this isn't 2012 basketball, and oh longer. The future has arrived. Caitlyn Clark is her name. Fans made jokes about Team USA being controlled by the UConn mafia for years. That notion officially collapses tonight since Sue Bird, one of the greatest UConn icons, has recognized Caitlyn Clark's worth. It puts a stop to the conspiracy. It makes the stress visible. Team USA is forced to reset as a result. Most significantly, it demonstrates Caitlyn Clark's unstoppability. Her influence transcends politics, locker room strife, and favoritism, not because of hype or TikTok videos. Everything was altered by her. Therefore, whether Caitlyn Clark should be on Team USA is no longer a question. Can Team USA survive without her? That is the true question. Because the world just seen what happens when you undervalue the biggest talent in